Three countries, three generations, three youth movements that jolted political dynamics. The world watched closely as youngsters stormed the streets like never before. Young crowds have rewritten political conversations. In one country, they brought down a government. In another, they forced the political establishment to respond. And in India, angry cockroaches put so much pressure on the unbowed Modi government that Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan had to quit. But then, in a country with problems galore, marred with economic distress, there is an eerie silence. Is it because Gen Z in Pakistan is not angry enough, or because something else is stopping that anger from becoming a nationwide movement? What's brewing in Pakistan? Every generation has its defining moment. Our grandparents fought colonial rule. Our parents witnessed Mandal liberalization, Anna Hazare, Nirbhaya. But Gen Z, they were told they were distracted, always scrolling, always making memes, always online, until they turned those memes into movements. Their language is not speeches, it's reels, it's hashtags, it's live streams, it's satire, it's humor mixed with rage. Because unlike previous generations, Gen Z does not wait for television to tell a story. It tells its own story. And when millions tell the same story together, governments are forced to listen. What began as student anger over public sector job quotas soon became something much bigger. Young people were not only questioning one policy, they were questioning an entire system. They spoke about unemployment, opportunity, merit, and accountability. The protests spread across campuses, then cities, then the nation. Despite curfews, internet restrictions, and violence, the movement refused to disappear. Eventually, Bangladesh witnessed one of the biggest political upheavals in its modern history. Whether one agrees with every slogan or not, one fact became impossible to ignore. Young people had altered the course of national politics. Another country, another generation, another message. Enough is enough. Young Nepalis poured onto the streets demanding accountability, transparency, and better governance. Their frustration was not born overnight. It had been building for years. Economic uncertainty, migration, corruption, allegations, broken promises. The protest reminded politicians of a simple truth. When a generation feels it has nothing left to lose, fear disappears. And once fear disappears, politics changes. In India, the Cockroach Janata Party, which calls itself a pressure group, achieved what surprised many. Protesters alleged the repeated paper leaks had destroyed trust in India's examination system, while police action at some protests further intensified public attention. Whether one supports the movement or questions its methods, one political reality cannot be ignored. India's Gen Z discovered something powerful. Collective action works. Pakistan watched, and surprisingly, its youngsters are impressed by their Indian counterparts, although they feel helpless. A country where nearly 2/3 of the population is under the age of 30. Its young people know unemployment, they know inflation, they know rising costs, they know uncertainty. In many ways, their struggles look remarkably similar to those of young people in Bangladesh, Nepal, and India. But then the stories begin to diverge. In Bangladesh, students marched. The movement grew into a nationwide political force. In Nepal, young people occupied the streets. The political establishment was forced to respond. In India, the CJP movement gathered momentum. The issue reached parliament and eventually the education minister resigned. But in Pakistan, a comparable nationwide Gen Z movement has not emerged. That does not mean young Pakistanis don't have concerns. They do. The country has witnessed protests over a range of issues. Balochistan has seen repeated demonstrations over long-standing grievances. Pakistan-occupied Kashmir has also witnessed protests over local issues. Political parties have mobilized supporters at different times, but these have largely remained separate movements. Different regions, different issues, different leaderships. What Pakistan has not seen is one broad student-led movement that unites young people across provinces behind a single national cause, like Bangladesh's quota protest, Nepal's governance protest, or India's CJP movement. And perhaps that is the biggest difference. While Bangladesh, Nepal, and India have shown what can happen when an entire generation rallies around one issue, Pakistan is still waiting for a comparable nationwide youth movement. While talking to the BBC, the youngsters have even confessed that they liked what they saw at Jantar Mantar. But they feel the country is too divided and the authoritarian regime makes such organized protests even harder to galvanize. The question then is not whether Pakistan's youth have aspirations or grievances. The real question is, will Pakistan's Gen Z one day find a common cause powerful enough to unite young people across the country? And that's something only time will tell. And that's a wrap from my side. Thank you so much for watching, and I am Tamanna Akhtar signing off for Times Now Digital. Until next time, take care and keep watching this space for more such videos.
सुबह हो गई मामू, सुबह हो गई।